So in the last few videos, we have talked a little bit about what is Indian psychology, how is it different from the other paradigms of psychology, what are the basic conception of reality, what is the basic conception of reality, largely in terms of the Vedic conception of reality, which talks about reality as truth, consciousness and bliss. Satchidanand Brahma as the eternal truth pervading throughout the cosmos, throughout the fabric of reality, how it manifests into different levels and layers of consciousness by the action of Maya, that is the Chitta Shakti or the force of consciousness that leads to the development of the entire manifestation. Now, all of this, when we talk about Indian psychology, our first question is, Indian psychology talks about Vedas and Upanishads and yoga and the various schools of thought. So what are these Vedas and Upanishads? Now Veda, like in the beginning I discussed, Veda it refers to knowledge. To know is with, to become aware of, to know. And to know is different from just the cognitive speculation and contemplation that we do. Rather, in Indian psychology, we even have a theory of perception which goes way beyond the theory of perception in modern psychology, and it talks about perception at largely the 4 levels, moving from ajnana, that is a state of unconsciousness where you are aware only at the superficial level, to pragyana, samgyana and finally vijnana. So vijnana is the highest state of perception, or is the highest level of perception, that includes drishti and shruti. Now shruti is more than just hearing and drishti is more than just seeing. It is perceiving the highest truth through either seeing, that is the drishta, the seer, and the seeing of the seer of the Vedas is very different from the way you and me see. They perceive through the inner mind, they see through the inner mind, they hear through the inner mind, and that is Shruti. So Ved is Shruti, which is passed on to the student or to the Shishya through Shravana, through the art of hearing. So hearing is here different from just the physical hearing, but perceiving the truth at a more subtler layer and level. Perhaps we can talk a little bit about it, the difference between inner hearing versus outer hearing a little later. But to understand then, Veda is the act of knowing, observing, knowing and understanding reality. Right? Observing, knowing and understanding. So we understand that first the rishis asked questions, they observed not just their environment but they observed themselves. And this inquiry towards knowing what is truth is what Vedas is all about. So there are, in the beginning there was only one Veda, and as we moved from the from Satya Yuga to the Treta Yuga, and from Treta Yuga to the Dwapar Yuga, we find that Vedas were eventually divided into 4 major parts called the Rig Vedas, Yajur Veda, Atharva Veda and Sama Veda, based on the different concepts they were referring to, or largely they were talking about. And we find Upanishads are a part of these, all the Upanishads are a part of these Vedas. Now Vedas, every Veda, the Rig, Sam, Atharva and Yajur Ved, further have 4 major classifications, 4 major components, which are the Samhita or mantra, Brahmana, Aranyaka and Upanishad. Whichever mantras or the Brahmanas talked about rituals, they are classified as Karmkand. Whichever Aranyakas, which talked about contemplative exercises or contemplations, they were Upasana. And whatever was talking about spirituality, the spiritual part, the Jnana part of the Vedas were classified as the Upanishads. So Upanishads you will largely find are the spiritual seeds of the Veda, which not just contain the knowledge but also contains the experience of the knowledge. So when you read any Upanishad, it comes with its own experience. When you read the Kena Upanishad, your experience is more inward, understanding who are you. That is what the Kena Upanishad tries to understand through experience of oneself. Am I the eyes? Am I the ears? Am I the nose? Am I the speech? Am I the mind? Or if I am not any of this, then who am I? This is a question that the Kena Upanishad asks. Whereas the Isha Upanishad experiences and tries to understand the entire reality, not just I as a part of it, but the entire cosmic reality. So it starts with Isha Vasyam Idam Sarvam, declaring that Isha, or the consciousness, the truth consciousness, is the pervading reality, and all of this is a manifestation. Hello everyone. If you're liking our videos so far, you can check out the entire course, the full course, in the link given below or at the end of this video. We have a course on counseling from Indian perspective, which is a flagship course with very limited seats in every batch. If you would want to inquire about it, you can write to us directly at contact@tvashticenter.com, or you can check out our website and reach out to us through our website.